Jai Shri Ram. Today's epiphany Krishna gave me is this. The most intractable puzzle. Uh, are we born Brahmins? Are we born Kshatriyas, born Vaishyas, born Shudras? Now some people hate this whole concept. But what they don't realize is nature abhors equality. There is nothing equal in nature. Nature loves diversity. So, within mango trees you will find a million different types of mangoes. Not all mango trees are the same. And even within the same mango genus, you will find there will be subtle differences. Isn't it? Even if you take Banganpalli, within Banganpalli also, one Banganpalli tree will give you fruits which are more sour, some will give you more sweet. So, there are infinite combinations within the specific category. So that is also there. So which is what proves nature abhors equality, nature loves diversity. Now we are all, see, a mango tree. I am a Brahmin, so that means I am the seed of a Brahmin tree and I am going to yield some Brahmin seeds now. But it is also true that many Brahmin families, you will find that the children are not like Brahmins at all. Or maybe there are four and one fellow looks like a Brahmin, behaves like a Brahmin. Guna karma vibhagacha. His guna and karma are both Brahmin like. But the second fellow, guna and karma could be Kshatriya like. Third fellow, guna and karma could be Vaishya like. Fourth fellow, guna and karma could be Shudra like. So to simplify the entire description, Brahmin means any person who has a love of study. Para knowledge, apara knowledge. Para is higher knowledge, Vedanta, philosophy, spirituality. So a Brahmin means a person, any person who has this passion for reading, study, and Sravana Manana Nididhyasana, who will listen with great interest, think, mull, philosophize deeply, cerebrate, cogitate, ponder, and then draw inferences. Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is deep concentration. So that will generate epiphanies. Now Brahmin means any person, whether he is America, China, Japan, Japanese, any person from any culture, any society. In each family there could be Brahmins. In every family there could be some Brahmins, some Kshatriyas, some Vaishyas, some Shudras, and there could be some Brahmin trees yielding only Shudras and some Shudra trees yielding entirely Brahmins. Now why is this happening? How can this happen? Well, the only possible theory that can explain it is there must have some mutation has taken place. Genetic engineering, grafting, all these terms you already know. See, originally we were all eternal companions of Krishna. Because that's what the Veda says. That is the Vedic epiphany of the rishis. Dvasuparna sawijasa khaya samanam vruksham parishasvajate tayo ranya pipalam swadati anashnananyo abhichakashiti. So, we are unborn, eternal, uncreated beings. The Jivatma and the Paramatma and Prakriti. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidya Anadi Ubhavapi. Both are co-eval, co-eternal. That's what Veda says and Bhagavad Gita also says. That shloka is from Bhagavad Gita. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidya Anadi Ubhavapi. So, one thing is now you have to accept these are all axioms. Let me tell you one thing. All we have is theories. Some theories are better, more rational, more spiritually satisfying. But what is the exact situation? What is the correct answer? Nobody knows. I also don't know. I'm only trying to discover something which makes more sense than the earlier ones. See, some people are fond of saying, Guna Karma Vibhagasha simply means you can know a person as a Brahmin only by looking at what his gunas are, traits are, characteristic traits are, and what his actions are. I fully agree. But that does that mean, can that disprove this theory? Genetic theory. Of course, genetics is also accepted, isn't it? Can you deny that a rose plant, when planted, the rose plant will only give roses, na? Can the rose plant give any mangoes? No. Tomato plant will give tomatoes, not coconuts. So that is genetics. So the characteristics of the parent will pass on to the child. That's accepted. Acquired characteristics also get transmitted. That is also accepted. Now I think that is where my theory lies. Somewhere along the line, all of us who were sattvic beings, who were along with Krishna sitting on the top of creation, pinnacle of creation, prakritim purusham chaiva vidyanadi ubhavapi. So, somewhere in eternity, we decided to hop onto the lower branches of the tree. That means there was a diminishing instead of sitting along with Krishna, because Krishna gives you that freedom. Because that is why Krishna also reiterates that in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, Iti te jnanam akhyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyaita daseshena yadhechhasi tadakuru. Yadhechhasi tadakuru. Do whatever you want. So Krishna must have allowed us, and we have taken that freedom, and we started hopping down from the branches just to explore. Remember, the Jivatmas and Prakriti are co-eval, co-eternal. There are like three parallel lines: Paramatma, Jivatma and Prakriti. But Paramatma has complete control over the other two, that is Jivatma and Prakriti. That is also an axiom which you can accept, because he can control everything that much. We can't control him, so he is superior. That's why he is called Paramatma. Parama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. We are just Purushas. Now Purusha means all Jivatma is called Purusha. Soul is a silly Christian concept, because in Christianity and Islam only humans have soul, animals don't have any soul, trees don't have a soul. How do they know? As if they are giving the souls. Are they injecting soul? Can't you see life in a tree? Life is there in a tree, in a dog, in a cat, in every animal life is there. In fact, quantum mechanics and double slit experiment tells you that even in the inanimate objects there is consciousness. So if you know double slit experiment, please find out. Consciousness is the ultimate reality. Even the electrons seem to be aware that they are under observation. So when the sensors were switched on, the electrons started behaving like matter, and when the sensors were switched off, the electrons started behaving like wave energy. So this is a double slit experiment, the inescapable conclusion. Some people might try to confuse you with their jargon of science, that no, that is not a rational conclusion, but this is the inescapable conclusion. Why do you think electrons are changing their behavior just when the sensors are switched on? The obvious answer is the electrons seem to be aware that they are under observation, which leads to the inescapable conclusion that consciousness is the ultimate reality. Now let us keep that aside. So this whole idea of soul, the word soul is an English word, Christian concept, which is ridiculously irrational. We know for certain that life exists in everything. That is why we Hindus, when we put our feet on Mother Earth also we pray. What do we say? Samudravasane Devi Parvatasthana Mandale Vishnupatri Namastubhyam Padasparsha Kshamaswame. That is the first prayer in the morning. Samudravasane Devi Parvatasthana Mandale Vishnupatni Namastubhyam Padasparsha Kshamaswame. I am touching you with my feet. You are getting up from the bed and putting your feet on the ground, and you are praying to Mother Earth to pardon you. That is the level of sentiment in the Hindu. The true Hindu is a true human. The others are fakes. They are all excuses. They are pseudo-humans. Actually, humans, demons masquerading as humans. Masquerading means fooling. Masquerading, putting on the mask. Now, let us get back to our original discussion. So, I think you have already drawn enough inferences from whatever I have said. So, somewhere along the line there is a fall. And this fall must entirely be attributed to the environment. The nature versus nurture debate, right? Nature. So mango trees can also yield, these days of course, not literally, but almost literally also some mango trees will yield mangoes which are inedible, unfit for any purpose at all. So somewhere along the line, it might be the case that because of the wrong company, wrong association. Now that wrong association, was that accidental or was it because of a propensity that we already have? That's another question nobody can answer, only Krishna can answer. So the ultimate answer to the universe is 42. This is a ridiculous, absurd statement which comes in that movie and novel. I forgot the name. The ultimate answer to the entire universe is 42. This simply is an absurd statement which is actually saying that we don't know. And therefore, when somebody presses me too hard, I'll have to tell him something and tell him to get lost. Of course, I don't do that, but I tell him, see, nobody knows. We all have only theories. So, now, somewhere along the line, now, it may be possible I am born in a Brahmin family, but my brother is behaving like a Vaishya. he is busy earning money all the time. And he is as old as I am. I am already 61. So he is busy. He is making money, more and more money. And why is he doing that? I made some money. I don't need any more because I just want to sit back and read books. I've already read quite a lot, and I feel my job as a Brahmin is to read, study, impart knowledge. That is, apara knowledge means knowledge pertaining to the earth, world. Now, I'm good at many things. I'm a professor of English, I am a professor of cookery, hotel management. So, these are the subjects I constantly teach. These are the apara, worldly, mundane knowledge. The other thing is para, which means study of Bhagavad Gita. Fortunately, my dad taught me Bhagavad Gita when I was a child. So, I'm teaching that. So, I'm fulfilling my function as a Brahmin. Though I don't think I'm a perfect Brahmin, I'm doing whatever I can. And I am a true blue Brahmin. But my brother is not. And my sister, unfortunately, she is more of a Shudra, and maybe sort of 40% Shudra, 40% Vaishya, and the remaining 20 Kshatriya. There's hardly any Brahminism left in that, or maybe 5% Brahmin. Let me not be so uncharitable. So this is my assessment. I hope it made sense to you. So we can't wait for a tree to grow up and then know what tree it is. It sounds silly. When you plant a seed, you know it's a mango tree, right? It has to grow up and you know it will yield mangoes. Now, it may be possible that the mangoes may not be good or sweet or sour, or maybe so bad that it can't be used for any useful function. That's also possible. So, guna karma vibhagasha does not mean that you will not know. You will know by birth. This fellow is born in a particular family, so he is of that particular kulam. Now, will he grow up and bloom into the best of that? That's a question that has to be seen. So if we can recreate the environment, Shudra kids, Vaishya kids, Kshatriya kids can all become Brahmin-like. Brahminism has to be instilled. Brahminism just means that you study harder, learn, and be sattvic, be liberal, be humanist, and try to disseminate knowledge. That's all that you have to do. And if everyone becomes like that, the world will be a better place. Jai Shri Ram.